everybody, my name is Chris. And finally, at last, as you and me and everyone else have been waiting for, we begin Mass Effect 2. It's been a long time coming, since we started the last game. And we knew, we all knew, this was never going to be just the first game. It was going to be the full trilogy, and it is finally time to start the second one. I will say, as a preface, Mass Effect 1, honestly phenomenal game. Really loved it. Thought it was a really cool RPG that was both very I liked the cool adventure of it all, right? Putting together a team, and then you got to pick who you bring down with you every time you go to the planets, and then you can really customize the loadouts as far as the weapons you use, and not just yours, but your team's weapons too, and you pick their skills. And so in Mass Effect 1, Infiltrator, right? That's what I went with. Very heavy on the sniping. So I put my points into tech and Spectre and that kind of thing. And so I pumped my teammates with all the stuff that I couldn't do or that I wasn't focusing on, and it creates that cool kind of dynamic where Garrus, I pumped him with healing ability. He was the best with first aid, and that allowed me not to worry about first aid on my character. I could put those points into everything else that I wanted to do. And same with Liara, putting all of her points, and just that level of customizability I think is really cool, because you can turn different playthroughs, while the story remains the same, the way that you play through it is totally different. And that was me being infiltrated. I could have been something totally different. But anyway, so I thought that was really cool about Mass Effect 1. And then when I really got hooked into the game was when we went to the Citadel for the first time, seeing it not just from space, which was really cool, but we landed on foot, walking around, spending a good amount of time just exploring the Citadel, talking to the people, and the fact that you could talk to a lot of people, and there was a lot of things happening, and it felt more alive than just a hub city, a hub place. It felt really cool seeing it. And then going to Novaria, I think that's when the game really clicked and was oh, we're in, right? Because meeting the council and everything, and they're it's political figures, they don't know, right? But Novaria is where it really clicked for me. And then Pharos, I was just this game is so cool. But anyway, that's enough gushing about the first game, but we're going into Mass Effect 2. So going into this, spoilers for the Mass Effect 1. If you haven't played the game, you should. What are you doing? Go play the game. I'll be right here. Come back after you've played it. And play the second. You know what? Do what you want to do. I'm going to link our playthrough of Mass Effect 1 in the comments, so if you haven't seen that, you should, because it's amazing. It's amazing. I feel like it was a really good time. I had a lot of fun. But Mass Effect 2. So we're coming off the cusp of Mass Effect 1. I don't know if there's a time skip. I don't know if there's a gap. But what I do know is that Vigil, the end of Mass Effect 1, near the end, that was the biggest thing. Finding out about, well, everything, right? The fate of the Protheans, the fact that the Citadel itself is a mass relay to dark space where the Reapers are, and the Reapers are all out there. They're just out there hanging out. They're chilling on the other side of the veil, essentially, in a way. And they want to come through, because their whole thing is they are going to destroy everything and basically restart the universe again and again. But we're kind of okay with the universe the way it is, so we're trying to not let them do that again. So we dealt with Sovereign in the last one, who was not just a ship, but an actual Reaper. Blew my mind when that revelation happened. But thing is, Sovereign tried to activate the Citadel, but the Citadel didn't activate. The relay didn't activate because the Keepers were basically altered to not receive that signal, in a way, right? Because the last Protheans that died on the Citadel, they made that change. And so the whole plan was that Sovereign was going to send Saren in to go and basically change control of the Citadel over to Sovereign, and then he was going to activate the relay and bring the Reapers in. That was a terrifying reality, especially knowing that it is confirmed that the Protheans are basically gone. They are gone. They are dead, extinct. Because we did see a bunch of life pods, basically cryostasis, essentially, right? But talking with Vigil had to cut life support in order to actually keep doing what he was trying to do, and that sucked. So essentially, like, all the Protheans that were basically kind of being stored, dead. So that sucks. But they gave their last people gave their lives to protect the universe, essentially, from the Reapers, right? And we ended up, unfortunately, but we've yet to feel if that's really unfortunate or not, but the Council, as we know it, is no longer alive. They are dead. They died because we focused the whole fleet that we had on Sovereign. We were like, no, we're not going to let chance take hold today. So we are going to, I'm sorry, but we could not save the Council. We chose not to save the Council over stopping Sovereign as soon as possible. And so we went and we stopped him. We stopped Saren, and then Sovereign possessed Saren's body. And we stopped everything that was occurring. We had a really kind of sad confrontation with Saren, right? Where he was basically, the way he talked, it was like so much, like defeated. Like he looked at the odds of what was happening in the reality, and he was just like, there's no way, it's impossible. What was I supposed to do? Right? And then he was like a little indoctrinated, but he was still like relatively like present enough to, have that conversation. And I thought, like, even though we couldn't really change his mind, I liked that moment a lot. I thought that was a really impactful moment, because you just see, like, Saren was never doing any of this, like, maliciously. Not really. Like, he's looking at it as, like, what else was I supposed to do? How do you fight back against a force that is literally unstoppable? But we did. We pushed back. We blew up Sovereign. And we are rebuilding the Council. Human race involved this time. But the Reapers are still out there. They're just trapped on the other side. How they're gonna get out, I don't know. But we don't know. We don't even know if they are getting out. But the idea is they're trying to get out all the time, right? And this was just the easiest way. Are there other ways? Probably not. This is just a mass relay to get them here, right? And if we don't let that get activated, then theoretically, it's fine. Like, they'll never show up, I imagine. But either way, Mass Effect 1, god damn incredible. And that is exactly the information that we were drawn in at the last moment by Vigil. And it was really cool. And also really just daunting, and set the reality for this entire situation, just what we're actually up against. And this is one Reaper. Sovereign was one Reaper. It's like a fleet of Reapers out there. And we are committed to fighting them. So we are going to start Mass Effect 2 today. So it begins. Okay. Had to tweak a couple settings, but we got it working. We're good. Now, I'm going to say, I'm under the impression that we can carry over our guy. Our Shepard carries over through 1, 2, and 3. I believe. Or somebody mentioned that at the beginning-ish of Mass Effect 1 in the comments. But this is an interesting screen. I like how it's actually different, though. You know, that's cool. So, well, I mean, I've already talked enough. Let's just go. Let's get it. There it is. So you can actually start this game without importing a character. And what, does it just... There's so many choices that affect the story, though. That doesn't seem wise. But I get if, like, you didn't have Mass Effect 1 anymore, and you only got 2. I don't know. But, like, I get why, but I think it would be weird to have one and not import your character. Level 55. God damn. Love that. Here we go. Auto level up? Never. Combat difficulty? Normal? Goes up to insanity. There's how many more? Normal, veteran, hardcore, and insanity. Tenacious react quickly, heavily upgraded weapons, and they use their powers mercilessly. No, I don't think I feel very confident that we're not ready for that. There's a tough react, found have upgrading these powers more frequently. Like, I'm tempted. We're gonna start on normal. And if I feel like it's a little too casual, if it does let us change the difficulty later, I'll bump it up. But I don't want to get in over our heads right out of the gate. You know? Squad power usage on, that's fine. All subtitles, yes. Okay. Name, good. Rank, 55. Military spec, infiltrator. Psychological profile, Paragon. Commander Shepard followed the Paragon path. Yes, I did. I was a goddamn hero. Status of Rex. Urdnot Rex survived the mission on Vermeer. Wait, he could have died on Vermeer? What? No. That's interesting. Huh. Thank God. I love Rex. Missing in action. Oh, God. Caden Alenko was killed on Vermeer. That sucked. That sucked to pick. God damn it. Why do you remind me of this? My man. Goddamn hero. Set off the bomb manually. Council history. The council was lost during the attack on the Citadel. It was an unfortunate sacrifice that was made. Council seat. Commander Shepard recommended Captain Anderson for a seat on the council. Goddamn right we did. He's an intelligent man. Him being on the council? I love this picture. Dude, just like, really. No. Wouldn't want anyone else on the council to represent humanity than our boy, Captain Anderson. Shit. Okay. It's real. Oh. Son?
Shepard did everything right. More than we could have hoped for.
Commander Shepard uncovered the truth.
And still, it's not enough.
We're at war. No one wants to admit it, but humanity is under attack.
But they're sending him to fight Geth. Geth. We both know they're not the real threat. The Reapers are still out there.
And it's up to us to stop them.
The Council will never trust Cerberus. They'll never accept our help, even after everything humanity has accomplished. But Shepard, they'll follow him. He's a hero, a bloody icon. But he's just one man. If we lose Shepard, humanity might well follow.
Then see to it that we don't lose him.
Whoa. What? 1 month after the devastating Geth attack on the Citadel, humanity seized political control of the galaxy. Now, the human-led council is forced to respond to evidence that Reapers, enormous machines that eradicate all advanced civilizations within 50,000 years have returned. To quell the rumors, the council sent Shepard. Fuck. No. Why? That's so fast. So we got sent out by the council. Humanity took over. That seems weird. So instead of it being more equal, they kind of took more control. I don't like that. Yeah.
Disengaging FTL drives. Emission sinks active. Board is green. We are running silent.
We're wasting our time. 4 days searching up and down this sector, and we haven't found any sign of Geth activity.
Presley.
3 ships went missing here in the past month. Something happened to them.
My money's on slavers. The Terminus system is crawling with them.
Picking up something on the long-range scanner. Unidentified vessel. Looks like a cruiser.
Doesn't match any known signatures.
Cruiser is changing course. Now on intercept trajectory.
Can't be. Stealth systems are engaged. There's no way a Geth ship could possibly...
It's not the Geth. Brace for evasive maneuvers!
What? Oh, shit. Wait.
Presley!
Kinetic barriers down.
Stop.
Multiple hull breaches. Weapons offline. Somebody get that fire out.
Holy shit. I'm sorry.
Shepard!
Distress beacon is ready for launch.
Will the Alliance get here in time?
They'll be here. They damn well better.
I'm not doing this just so they can find our frozen corpses. Get everyone onto the escape shuttles.
Joker's still in the cockpit. He won't evacuate. I'm not leaving either.
There's no time to argue. I gave you an order. There's no time. There's no time.
I need you to get the crew onto the evac shuttles. I'll take care of Joker.
Oh, shit.
Shepard!
Liara, go. Now.
Aye, aye.
Fuck.
Everybody in! Go, go, go!
Right at... Oh my god. Holy shit. What the fuck? My ship. What the fuck? Get Joker in the cockpit in the upper deck of the Normandy. God damn.
Mayday! 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 This is SSV Normandy!
This has all gone to shit immediately.
We've suffered heavy damage from an unknown enemy.
Uh-huh. So it was able to track us and actually shot through us. That's fucking haunting. Holy shit. The bridge. Oh, we look cool. God damn it. Everything I knew, everything I loved. What? What the fuck? And it's not Geth. What? Joker. Joker.
Come on, Joker. We have to get out of here.
I was gonna say.
I won't abandon the Normandy. I can still save her.
Brother?
The Normandy's lost. Going down with the ship won't change that.
Yeah, okay. Help me up.
I hate that sentence.
They're coming around for another
So it's
attack.
gone. Jesus.
Ah, watch the arm.
Holy sh...
Commander! Shepard!
What is happening? What? Oh, great. Oh my god. What the fuck? You all knew that was gonna happen too. What the shit? I'm over here. Oh my god. I need like a second. So not only after the first game, we get sent out to go look after Geth, or go to hunt down Geth, even though that's not even the issue, or we know that's not even the that's not, they're not the real enemy, right? And then whoever those two mysterious people were at the beginning, the fact that they are Cerberus, those son of a... I remember Cerberus. They had like a small presence in the first game, but I remember all the stuff we interacted with them with. And so them saying, "Oh, humanity will never trust Cerberus. Like they'll never accept us." Like, yeah, because y'all are sketchy as shit. But oh my god, so whatever, we're moving past that. So you're telling me that we're fly through? Not only did another ship show up that we do not know about, we've never interacted with, we have no, like, there, it's not common or any sort of known signatures or anything, and it shoots a weapon that we've never seen in the first game. Like, just shoots a blast that not only blows through us but tears apart the ship. And on top of that, they were able to track us in stealth. The whole thing with the stealth mode is that the ship itself doesn't give off a heat signature. That's the whole idea. So if, like, you physically see the ship, it's like, yeah, it's there. But, like, sensors and everything else aren't going to pick up the ship. So this ship was able to still do that. And it just blew us apart for whatever reason. And it's not Geth. So I have no idea who would have hunted us down. That doesn't make any sense. And then that is hopefully oh my god, I can't. Why the start of this has been traumatic. The Normandy is gone. It's actually, that's so upsetting. Sorry. We gotta press on. Because goddamn it. Mass Effect Genesis is an interactive comic that summarizes the events of Mass Effect 1. Would you like to review the story so far? You know what? Yes. Just for kicks. Why not? Sounds like an interesting way to do a recap.
Just another routine mission. Why do they always say that before a mission? Of course it's routine. You haven't done anything yet. It's everything that happens along the way. The choices you make, the paths you choose, that turn the routine into anything but. Of course, that's how it started. A routine mission, answering a distress call. And look where that got me. We were testing out the Normandy, Captain Anderson's new ship, when the distress call came in. An Alliance patrol on Eden Prime had been attacked. They'd seen something they couldn't explain. And whatever it was massive. I hit the ground with my lieutenant, Caden Olenko. A good kid, loyal, by the book, with a talent for biotics. We came across the lone survivor of the patrol, Gunnery Chief Ashley Williams. A soldier to the core. Tough, disciplined, ready to take on whatever came her way. Ashley joined up with us and took us to the spot where she lost her squad. That's when we saw it. The ship. Like nothing I'd ever seen. It was massive, scorching the colony and everything around it as it blasted away. We followed the path of destruction to an artifact, a beacon left by a long-dead race called the Protheans. The colony had dug it up, and whoever attacked them had tried to take it. Chief Williams made the mistake of getting too close. It hit her with some type of energy. I grabbed her and threw her out of the way. That's when it hit me. Hard. Every muscle in my body went rigid. I couldn't move, could barely breathe. Everything went black. And then I saw something. A vision. Dream. A nightmare. By the time I woke up, we were halfway to the Citadel on our way to meet the Council. I was expected to explain what I'd seen. Anderson came along. So did Adina, our political representative on the Citadel. With those two heavyweights, it seemed reasonable we could persuade the Council that the ship we'd seen was a potential threat, as was the individual behind the attacks. The main suspect for the Eden Prime massacre was a Turian Spectre named Saren. He'd been seen by one of the survivors from the colony at Eden Prime, and there was some evidence to suggest that the ship was connected to Saren. But even Adina's pointed accusations weren't enough to convince the Council. They just couldn't believe one of their chosen elite Spectres could be guilty of something like that. They needed proof, which meant I needed proof. Fortunately, I wasn't alone in my search. Garrus, another Turian, wanted to help. A top agent for Citadel Security. Despite orders from his superiors that he shouldn't get involved, he told me he was suspicious of Saren, and he had some useful leads. More importantly, he was willing to share them. That led me to Rex, the biggest, nastiest looking Krogan bounty hunter I'd ever seen.
Badass.
He turned out to be more than just a brute. It was his intel that led to a fugitive with incriminating evidence on Saren. The fugitive turned out to be an energetic little Quarian named Tali. A tech expert with a knack for hacking, she'd procured some information on Saren. Evidence that proved Saren was dirty. Tali's evidence proved that Saren was responsible for the massacre on Eden Prime, and that the immense warship we'd spotted was in fact Saren's flagship. But it went much further. Saren was trying to find a way to bring back a race of sentient machines from dark space. Machines allegedly responsible for cleansing the galaxy of all organic life. These Reapers were blamed for wiping out all life 50,000 years ago, including the Protheans, then disappearing back through the mass relays to dark space, leaving no trace they'd ever been. That explained why Saren was after the beacon, and it made some sense out of my visions. But not much else. We couldn't convince the Council that the Reapers were a threat, but they agreed Saren had to be stopped. They stripped him of his Spectre status and gave me the honor of becoming the first human Spectre. My first task? Bring down Saren. Anderson decided to stay behind, giving up his ship, the Normandy. He told me I would need it more than he would. He also pointed me in a direction. Liara, a Prothean expert, adept in biotics, and maybe most importantly, daughter of Benezia, Saren's top lieutenant. And like most Asari, as beautiful as she is intelligent, and born with a unique ability to meld with other species. Liara was able to help me decipher some of the vision the beacon had given me. Nothing concrete, but it gave me some clues. And a new appreciation for the Asari. Her technique for accessing my vision was unexpected, but not at all unpleasant. Ashley was a little concerned about the connection I shared with Liara. As commander, I knew either relationship had the potential to interfere with the mission. I told Liara about how I felt. Apparently she'd felt it too. But we agreed we wouldn't let it get in the way of our mission. Finding Saren. Thanks to Liara's help, we had our next lead. Benezia. Saren had taken her to Novaria, where he'd enslaved a dangerous race of insect-like creatures, the Rachni. He ordered Benezia to use the same technique Liara had used on me to extract information from the Rachni Queen. The Queen's drones were everywhere, and they weren't happy. We had to fight through hundreds of them to get to Benezia. By the time we arrived, Saren was gone. With the information. I tried to reason with Benezia, but Saren had indoctrinated her. He had somehow acquired the ability to control people's actions and wills. Benezia wouldn't surrender, and Liara was forced to watch her mother die in her arms. And I was left with an angry, dangerous Rachni Queen to deal with. She claimed her drones would do no harm if I released her. But the Rachni had terrorized the galaxy before. I couldn't do it. I wouldn't doom an entire species for past sins. And the Queen was true to her word. She left and took her army of drones with her. With Saren's top lieutenant dead, it was quickly running out of time and places to hide. I tracked him down at his base on Vermeer, but we soon learned it was more than a base of operations. It was a breeding ground. Saren was breeding an army of Krogan. He'd found a cure for the genophage, a disease inflicted on the Krogan to prevent them from breeding and taking over the galaxy. But the Krogan Saren was breeding were slaves. Mindless beasts that obeyed Saren's will. I had to destroy the base, and all its research. Rex disagreed. Violently. Rex wanted the genophage cure for his people. I tried to convince him to help me destroy it, that these Krogan weren't real. But he wouldn't back down. Fortunately, Rex is smarter than he looks. He realized this wasn't the way to help his people, and that Saren was the real threat. When we finally got to the center of the base, I realized just how close Saren was to completing his plan. He was already in communication with the Reapers. Sovereign, Saren's flagship we'd all assumed was just a ship, was a Reaper. It spoke to me. Threatened me. I could feel the menace it had for every living thing. It wanted me dead. It wanted us all dead. and I knew it was capable of doing just that. What I couldn't understand was why Saren would help it. But there was no time to think about it. Sovereign knew where we were. We had to destroy the base and get the hell out. I split up my team in 2 squads, sending Ash with one and Caden with the other as a distraction. We had a nuke, and we planned to use it. Before we could detonate the bomb, Saren showed up. We fought. I stalled him to make time for my team. And in talking to him, I realized the truth. It wasn't Saren who was indoctrinating everyone. It was Sovereign. The Reaper. And Saren was in deeper than all of them. He tried to convince me he was still in control, said he found a way to reduce the Reaper's influence, but he was kidding himself. Or believing the lies Sovereign was telling him. Before I could convince him to stop, he ran, leaving me just seconds to extract my squad mates. I tried, but I wasn't fast enough. I could only save one of them. Caden was a good man, and a great soldier. But I had to choose, and I chose Ash. That was the last time Saren would slip away from me. I knew then, the next time we met, one of us would die. With my team mostly intact, we chased Saren and his army to Ilos, a long-lost planet that had once belonged to the Protheans. As we prepared for what we knew would be a desperate fight, I spoke to my crew. We were just one ship, against Saren's growing army. I assured them all that despite the odds, we could defeat him. Liara saw through my words. She knew I was hurting after Caden's death. She could sense my doubts.
We both knew this mission could be our last. Until that moment, we'd put our feelings aside for the sake of that mission.
But why wait?
We gave in to each other, and it was perfect.
While it lasted. We arrived on Ilos, close behind Saren. Once on the planet, we discovered a Prothean databank that helped me put the final pieces of my vision together. The Reapers had come 50,000 years ago, and every 50,000 years before that, each time purging the galaxy of life. The Protheans had fought and died, like every species before them. But a few survived long enough to leave a parting gift. The Protheans had discovered that the Citadel was the key to controlling the mass relays. By sabotaging the Citadel, they found a way to close the relays to dark space, slowing the Reapers' return, giving us the time we needed to find a solution to stop the Reapers once and for all. Saren knew this. He was leading his army to take control of the Citadel and re-establish the relays to dark space, bringing the waiting Reapers here to destroy us all. We followed him to the Citadel. It was intact, but heavily damaged. He had caught the Council fleets by surprise, and they were only now regrouping. And with Sovereign as his flagship, there was little hope the fleets could counterattack with enough strength to take back the Citadel. But Saren was done running, and I was done chasing him. As the Alliance and Citadel fleets battled Saren's army outside, I cornered the Turian bastard in the Citadel tower and confronted him. He died believing that the Reapers would save him. As I fought to regain control of the Citadel, the Council's flagship, the Destiny Ascension, fell under attack. Despite Saren's death, Sovereign and Saren's army continued to fight. The Council was aboard the Destiny Ascension, and they were requesting assistance. But I knew in order to help them, I would have to put our Human Alliance fleet in jeopardy. The Council could be replaced. The fleets were needed here and now if we were going to defeat Sovereign. Even with the Citadel back in my control, Saren defeated, and the Normandy leading the combined galactic fleet, the battle against Sovereign, a single Reaper, was relentless. It took the combined fleets of humanity and the other races, but in the end, Sovereign fell. But the costs were immense. While humanity's efforts in the war earned us our first seat on the Council, it was a hollow victory. The Reapers were still out there. I knew the fight was far from over, but as the one who'd led the fight against Saren, I was given new responsibilities. The choice of humanity's first counselor was left for me to decide. On the one hand, Udina, the lifetime politician. Ruthless and ambitious, he would easily navigate the political landmines that would soon be put in front of him. The other choice, Captain Anderson, the career soldier. Tough but fair, but a friend, and someone I could trust. Both great leaders in their own right. Anderson didn't want the job, which was a sure sign he'd be perfect for it. No ambition to get in the way. The war was over. The threat had passed. In time, the Council would rebuild itself. The Citadel could be repaired. Even the pain of lost friends would fade. But none of that mattered if the Reapers were still out there. And if they were all as powerful as Sovereign, we had to find a way to stop them. I had to find a way. I gathered my crew, took my ship, and went in search of answers. Officially, the Council would only say I was assigned to cleanup duty, rooting out any remnants of Saren's army. Just another routine mission.
God damn. What a wild recap. That's cool. What?
Commander Shepard has been recovered.
What?
The Lazarus Project will proceed as planned.
The fuck? What? Oh my god. Where are my eyebrows? Oh my god. Jesus. Holy shit. So wait a minute. So whoever this is recovered our body? Can I modify this? I feel like this could be a little better. Oh, that doesn't carry over as cleanly. Just the way that the hair, like the facial hair and everything really is. So we're just gonna import the face, because from other angles it's a lot better. I think maybe it's more just head on. I don't know. It's a little different and it threw me off really bad, but we're cool. We're gonna keep that. And see, Lazarus Project. Okay, so we can change who we can change everything. That's fascinating. I wonder what the story, if there are story implications for that, right? Like, you can literally be Shepard, same dude, like same person, right? Completely different look, completely different skill set. That's fascinating. But soldier, we were infiltrator in the last one, in the first Mass Effect. But these are different. Tactical cloak. That's new. Incinerate and AI hacking. Sniper rifle, heavy pistol, submachine gun. Heavy pistol. Ammo training, cryo ammo, and disruptor ammo. Infiltrator tech and combat specialists with the unique ability to cloak themselves from visual and technological detection. Infiltrators are deadly at any range with a wide variety of weapons, equipment, and powers that can take down any enemy. Think I kind of I know I can change it, right? I don't know if I want to change it. Not because it's like, oh, sticking with the same thing, but because I felt good about him being an infiltrator. I feel like that just kind of like fit. Yeah. Going strong. I feel like for the sake of continuity too, you know, right? We're the same dude. Guy. Lazarus Project. Yeah, and I'm going to change any of these settings. I don't need to.
There, on the monitor. Something's wrong.
He's reacting to outside stimuli, showing an awareness of his surroundings.
No.
My God, Miranda, I think he's waking up.
It's these two. What the
Damn it, Wilson. He's not ready yet. Give him the sedative. Shepard, don't try to move. Just lie still. Try to stay calm.
Heart rate's still climbing. Brain activity is off the charts. Stats pushing into the red zone. It's not working.
Another dose. Now.
Heart rate dropping. Stats falling back into normal range. That was too close. We almost lost him.
I told you your estimates were off. Run the numbers again.
What is happening?
Wake up, Commander.
What the hell is happening?
Shepard, do you hear me? Get out of that bed now. This facility is under attack.
Oh, we have a lot of scars.
Shepard, your scars aren't healed, but I need you to get moving. This facility is under attack. There's a pistol in the locker on the other side of the room. Hurry! Grab the pistol and armor from the locker.
Oh my god. God damn.
You don't have time to
Okay.
wait around, Shepard. Grab your weapon and armor.
I am...
This pistol doesn't have a thermal clip.
It's a med bay. We'll get you a clip from... Damn it! Those canisters by the door are going to... Keep your head down, Shepard. Shield yourself from the blast.
Okay. Okay, we're going over controls right now. Got it.
Someone's hacking security trying to kill you. Look for a thermal clip for your pistol.
Oh, okay. Oh, this is gonna be
Looks like
weird
they set
getting
up a
used to.
barricade to try holding the mechs off.
Hold.
Look out.
Okay.
Keep moving. We need to get to the shuttles.
Hacked mech. The hell is this? The hell is going on? The hell are we? So are you did we get picked up by Cerberus?
Shepard, security mechs are closing in on your position. Take
God.
cover.
Okay. Okay, it feels familiar. So that's good. Like they didn't change too lot. It feels good. Okay.
Nice work, Shepard. Coast is clear.
Is it still... Okay, cool. That's still it. Okay, great. Oh, this is a problem. What the hell?
Don't waste time. I can't keep the mechs distracted for long.
Oh god. How do you guys have mechs that are so hackable? Who's hacking your mechs? God damn it.
More reinforcements heading you. Here come the mechs. Use the grenade
Huh.
launcher to...
Move your mouse over the weapons bar and select the grenade launcher. Oh, it's down here. This is weird. This is a little weird. That's getting used to it.
Take them out.
They've seen it.
Take the elevator down one floor.
I like that. That's cool. That is first new weapon. That's badass.
Hurry! Get to the door! Run!
Oh, just through the fire.
You're doing great, Shep. Head to the next room and I'll try to meet you. Shepard, read me. I've got men closing in on my position.
Oh, hold X. What if I press it? Okay, so it just bounces between the two. Okay, that's cool. I like the quick swap. That's cool. I'm down for that. I can get used to that, hopefully. Okay, just trying to get a feel for all these controls again. Cerberus laptop. I fucking knew it. The second they mentioned Cerberus.
Progress is slow, but subject shows signs of recovery. Major organs are again functional, and there are signs of rudimentary neurological activity. In an effort to accelerate the process, we've moved from simple organic reconstruction of the subject to biosynthetic fusion. Initial results show promise.
Oh my god. First off, really cool enhancement. There has been a significantly noticeable tech enhancement between the first and second game so far. Oh my god. Visually, a lot cleaner, a lot nicer. And these, in fact, this is like a little screen. Oh, very cool. But, so they didn't just bring me that, they did like a whole rebuilding of Shepard. Jesus.
Log update. The cost of this project is astronomical. Over 4 billion credits so far. But nobody seems to care that we've gone over budget. I don't know where the boss gets all this money. Maybe it's better not to know. I just wish he'd kick a little more in my direction once in a while.
They spent 4 billion on this. I don't know if it was all Shepard, but goddamn, I didn't see that little tooltip that went so fast. God damn it. These are intense. I mean, we literally fell through what I'm assuming was the atmosphere, so I feel we were pretty cooked, right? So
System not designed for specialized ammunition.
oh shit. Cerberus?
Update. I can't figure Miranda out. As project director, she should be ecstatic at all the progress we've made. But she's still the same old Ice Queen. Maybe she's worried Shepard might become the new favorite. Or maybe she is just a pure cold-hearted bitch.
Alright, so there's also some complicated, some weird feelings within them, within the organization also. What? I try to grasp on this, but it's all kind of...
Trouble coming!
We're in a very stressful situation.
Shep, what the hell? Drop!
Oh. Who are you?
What are you doing here? I thought you were still a work in progress.
Are you with Miranda?
Yeah, sorry. I forgot this is all new to you right now. I'm Jacob Taylor. I've been stationed here for...
Hostiles detected.
Damn it! Things must be worse than I thought if Miranda's got you running around. I'll fill you in, but we better get you to the shuttle first.
Oh god. Jay, just a few questions. Why are they... just a few... real quick, if you have a second. Fill you in, but we gotta... shuttle first. I'm tired of taking orders. Why are they attacking?
I know this isn't the best time, but I'm sick of stumbling around when I don't know what's going on.
Fair enough. I'll give you the quick version. You and your ship were attacked and destroyed. You were killed. Dead as dead can be when they brought you here. Our scientists spent the last 2 years putting you back together. You've been comatose, or worse, that whole time. Welcome back to your life.
2 years? 2 years. They have been putting They have been rebuilding Shepard for 2 years.
I'm having some trouble wrapping my head around this.
Yeah, I can imagine. The Alliance officially declared you killed in action. The whole galaxy thinks you're dead. And if we don't get to those shuttles, they'll be right.
Oh, that's so bad. Oh god, if they think that the hero of the Alliance, the whole Shepard, Spectre, human, all that, oh my god.
Were there any other survivors from the Normandy?
I'll tell you what. You help me finish off these mechs, and I'll play 20 questions with you all day. We're low on thermal clips, but I'm a biotic. Just give the order when you want me to hit them with the good stuff.
Combat systems.
Great. So the pull power, which I guess, yep. Cool.
They're falling back. Okay.
Great.
I promised I'd answer your questions. What do you want to know?
This is all feel. This is both happening really fast, and also I have so many questions. Oh my god. Okay. Oof. My guy's a little paler than I remember. Shepard's injuries, attack on the station, Normandy crew, Jacob, Miranda. Oh god.
You said they spent 2 years rebuilding me? How bad were my injuries?
I'm no doctor, but it was bad. When I first saw you, you were nothing but meat and tubes. Anywhere else, they'd have put you in a coffin. But Project Lazarus was different. Cutting-edge technology.
Like, quite literally unheard of. Like, what the shit?
What do you mean? Cloning? Cybernetics?
I don't know the details. You'd have to ask the scientists. But I'm pretty sure you're not a clone. They wanted to bring you back exactly as you were. You're still you. You just might have a few extra bits and pieces now.
What the fuck?
What can you tell me about the project? Were there other test subjects?
Project Lazarus only had one subject. The whole point was to bring you back. Just you. Even that was a challenge. 2 years. All the top scientists. The best technology money could buy.
Jesus. 4 billion credits.
Do you know anything about this attack? Who's behind it? What they're after?
Damned if I know. I was getting ready for some shut-eye, then bam! Bunch of explosions. Next thing I know, every damn mech in the place starts shooting. At us. I'm guessing it had to be an inside job. You'd need top security access to hack all the mechs.
Oh shit. It would be stupid if it was if it was like Miranda. I don't know anything about her, but she didn't. That's, what?
The last thing I remember is the Normandy blowing up. Did anyone else make it?
Just about everybody survived. A few servicemen from the lower decks didn't get out. Navigator Presley was killed by an explosion. But everyone else, including the non-Alliance crew, the Asari, Liara, and the Quarian, they all made it out alive.
Okay. That's good. Right? All of our team is alive. Including the non-Alliance crew. What about Rex and Garrus?
Do you know what any of them are doing now?
I don't know, Commander. It's been 2 years. They've moved on. Left the Alliance. Could be anywhere.
What the fuck?
They were my team. If they knew I was alive, they'd come back.
Maybe you can track them down after we get off the station. If we get off the station.
The 2 years is such a gap. Oh my god, and they all thought we were dead for 2 years. Our entire team would have mourned and all separated, moved on. Oh god. Stop.
What's your job here?
Depends on who you ask. Technically, I'm Miranda's top lieutenant. But I'm just a soldier. I served 5 years in the Alliance before this. Now I'm in charge of the station's security. Usually a lot more dull than this. Normally I don't fire my gun unless it's target practice.
Well, luckily you're handling yourself fine, at least. Because this has all gone to shit. And you can hear it all happening around us.
When I first woke up, someone named Miranda was talking to me over the radio. We lost contact just before I ran into you.
Miranda Lawson is the station's ranking officer. She led the Lazarus team. It was her job to bring you back to life, no matter what. Should have guessed she'd try to save you. She's not about to give up on you now. You said you lost contact. Could you tell what was happening?
I would imagine after sinking that much money into a project for years, yeah, you probably wouldn't want to give up on it right away.
There was some gunfire and an explosion right before I lost her.
She knows how to take care of herself. But I hope she's okay.
True. Shit, okay.
What's the quickest way to those shuttles?
Depends where the mechs are thickest. It's probably best if we...
Check. Anyone on this frequency? Anybody still alive out there?
Oh, cool.
Hello?
Wilson, this is Jacob. I'm here with Commander Shepard. Just took out a wave of mechs over in D-Wing.
Shepard's alive? How the hell? Never mind. You need to get him out of there. Get to the service tunnels and head for the network control room.
Roger that, Wilson. Stay on this frequency.
Wilson. Oh, shit.
I think I remember a Wilson checking on me one time when I woke up.
That's him. He's the chief medical tech. Answers directly to Miranda. Come on. The service tunnels are this way.
Okay, so that dude is different.
Field is clear.
So Wilson is different than the one who we saw in the first cutscene with like the blue eyes, right? Oh my god. Okay. Shit. Is this anything? No. Okay.
Log update. The Lazarus project is about to enter the final phase. It's taken nearly 2 years, but we did it. Commander Shepard is alive. This is the most amazing medical achievement in recorded history. Maybe now Miranda will finally show some appreciation for everything I've done.
Yo, if our dude was actually dead, like completely, like borderline obliterated, like described, it is honestly impressive that they were even able to put us back into this state. And it talked about like they synthetically recreated the rest of our bodies, so it's not cloning, it's like actually us still, something like that. I don't know. But we're gonna pick this up in the next episode. We're gonna keep going through here. I know this was really just the start, but we got a lot. We got a lot going on, and I know we just started. It's exciting, but we're starting off strong. So I am already stunned. I'm still in a state of shock. I'm not even catching up on everything. It's so many things are happening, right? The fact that we've been dead for 2 years, they brought us back. Our crew has disappeared. The Alliance doesn't know that we're alive. We're with Cerberus, and just all this. Which, by the way, I remember saying in the first game, like, I hope Cerberus comes back, because that seems like they're doing some shady shit out there. Little did I know they were going to be what actually saves our life, in a way, brings us back. Well, we did die, so it didn't save our lives, we gave it back. You know what I mean. Anyway, let me know what you guys think about this in the comments. We're starting. Mass Effect 2 starts now. Next episode coming out. It's surviving this place. So, seriously, thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for staying strong while this took the amount of time that it did to come out. But like I said, the end of the last one, and in between then and now, I was like, I didn't want to start this one until I can actually do it consistently enough, right? Without any weird gaps or spaces in between episodes. And I meant that, which is why it's coming out now. So, let's do it. See you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.